Test. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me know how we sounding. Man, I don't know what they did over the weekend, but they updated my funded account broker, and my shit look all types of weird. I do not like it at all, man. I gotta hit these folks up. Like, what y'all do to my chart? You members are currently in this GU position. We entered this literally off the 3 a.m. London Open. That's why I was a little bit late to the live stream. Had to make sure we got into that position. We're going to be looking for US30 buys as well. We took a nice US30 buy yesterday, as well as we took a nice GU buy yesterday as well. We're taking the same set that we took yesterday. We're going to see if we can break past 3,400 and hold that low as support. We just hit TP2. We are chilling in profit on this. But we're going to see what this next 15 looks like. We're also going to be looking at possible DJ buys today. We're looking for buys on everything. We're looking for gold buys, US30 buys, GU, and GJ buys. We do got some news later on today, though. Let's go to help. What the fuck just happened to my chart? So we got news today. We got 330 euro news. We got 430 GBP news, and then we have later on today 830 USD news, 945 USD news. So we got a lot of news popping off today, y'all. So again, with the news events, we don't understand how to trade news. Members watch the How to Trade News. If you're not a member, watch the How to Trade News playlist on YouTube. But if you are a member, just watch the past news recordings. But yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see what we got in store today with the news. Because again, depending on what the news does, we're either gonna have some volume to give us this new higher high on GU and break through this level of traffic, or we're gonna or we're gonna see price go timber and see possibly a reversal and trend change happen this week. But we're in profit on this trade right now, so nobody should close this trade red as of right now. We're chilling at TP1. We hit TP2. But let's see what this next 15 looks like right here. Make sure to like the lives. You'll hop up in here and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Yeah, we're going to be looking at a possible US30 buy here also. So if US30 can maintain 48.320 as support, we're going to be looking for buys going to 48.390. Got a new 15 that'll pop up in a little bit. Those are joining the stream. We have not entered this trade yet. We're going to look to see if we can hold this level of support though. But we are in this GU setup right now. But besides GU, we're nothing currently. And if y'all was in the live stream yesterday, remember I told y'all don't be too shocked or surprised if gold ends up retracing. What did gold do all New York session yesterday? All New York session price retraced to the downside again. Once you understand how the charts work, it's very simple to know what price is going to most likely do next. So we're about to see who can maintain as low as support here. Again, we do got news at 4:30 for GBP, and then we got a few news events today for the USD pairs. We'll be going live today at 8:30 with the members. So I'm gonna let the members know about that. But we'll be going live at 8:30 with the members today. But again, as you can see last week, I'm not GU, just stuck in place. We had that higher high get made on Wednesday. And then after that, price has just been struggling. It's been maintaining this last week at 33.55, which is a good sign. It's been struggling, as you can see, to make that new higher high. So today with the news to give us volume to either continue this uptrend, break through these highs, or the price can follow reversal on the downtrend to come into play. And I don't really care what trend we're in. I'm not a person that likes uptrends more than downtrends or vice versa. All I really care about is what direction price is going and what I need to go for. Let's see right here. Make sure to like the live as y'all hop up in here. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Like the US30 right here. We might hop in this US30 stuff. Yeah, I do not like this new fucking shit they got. I do not like this stuff at all. And to do it off the weekend too. And they changed the whole platform over the weekend. And I'm like, damn. Yeah, I'm liking this right here. Yeah, I'm liking this buy setup here. Yeah, I'm liking this right here. GU still pushing. We're chilling at TP2 right here. It's a nice retest. I'm over here talking to myself on mute. But what's going on? How do you know gold was going to retrace? Because again, when what you have to understand is the charts do the same shit over and over again, right? The charts do not come up with new things and new tactics. The only thing that's kind of new is all-time highs, right? That's the only thing that's kind of new or different. Price does the same shit every single day. That's why all my trade breakdowns are the same thing, but the market conditions might be a little bit different. So you have to review every trade you take, winner or loser. The more you're on the charts, the more you're going to recognize certain behaviors or patterns that usually when you see things play out, A, B, or C is going to happen, right? So the more you're on the charts, the more you're going to learn what certain price does. And this is just one of the things that's in my mental notes and the notes I talk to the members and students, right? And I say this all the time, right? So what you have to understand is how the markets work and how the candlesticks work. Again, everything is happening for a reason. Like I always talk about with the playbook, there's no coincidences in the market. So what you have to understand about the daily time frame, this is why we go to the floor price on the daily time frame. This is why we always identify the trend on the daily, day trade, scalp, whatever. What you have to understand is each one of these daily candlesticks is showing you what price is every day, right? So there's Tokyo session, London and New York. Some people say Australian session as well, but Tokyo, London, and New York session, right? So when we go to gold yesterday, this full candlestick on gold yesterday, gold was all the way up here at the beginning of London session. So a price already did a big move for the day, and it did it all in one session, and we still have all of London session and all of New York. Again, just back test. This is why I don't get why people, I'm not talking about you, but people on the internet be talking about, oh, don't back test, don't back test. This is why back test is important. So a price did this move, and we still had all of London and all of New York session to go. And we see that this is like a average move on a day-by-day basis. If price already did an average move for the day before the day ended, you're either going to see price make a normally large candlestick like this or like these, or we're going to see a retracement. Again, a lot of these wicks and retracements are caused by price of the big move before the day was over. Again, price is the same shit all the time. So that's why yesterday I said, look, do not be surprised if we consolidate or retrace because we already did the move for the day. You see what I'm saying? Because if you go to the Sunday chart analysis, you hit the first description of the Sunday chart analysis. Last night, well, not last night, Sunday night, I dropped this at 9:45 p.m., right? So this was before London session, before New York session, and I was talking about gold buys. When we go to Tokyo session, which is at 8 o'clock p.m., and we go to gold, not only did gold, once market open, as you can see, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, price did a move Tokyo session, then price consolidated, did a move going into midnight, and then look what price did London session, consolidated. Then what happened at New York session, 8 a.m., 8:45, price retraced, right? So again, price, if it already did a big move for the day, is either going to retrace and consolidate and repeat the move, or if there's a lot of volume, we'll see a abnormally large candlestick form, right? So again, you'll see this all the time. Every time there's a big candlestick and it's like the beginning of London session, New York session did not start, do not be surprised if price retraces. That's the same thing that happened on Friday, right? Friday did a big ass move and then ended up retracing, right? So if we go look at Friday, we might see the same thing. I'm not sure, but we'll find out together. So we look at Friday, all right? So Friday chilled here. This is Friday at midnight. This is 1 a.m. Right, so this is Tokyo session right here. Price chilled. Did a move at midnight. 3 a.m. London session open. Did a move. Right, and then flew all London session. Right, this is 6 a.m. The retest right here was at 8 a.m. Nice move. And then what happened after 9:30? Retrace and reverse. Right. Now, why did it retrace and reverse? Because again, when we go into the daily time frame, by the time New York session started, it already did the big ass move for the day. Right, so that's a good rule of thumb. So again, that's what you're going to see me say that all the time. I say this a lot of the times when we have things like this. Yesterday was just the most recent times. Review everything that happened. That's why I say don't waste the weekend and review everything. There are zero coincidences in the markets, and when you understand how the charts work, you'll know why everything's happening. That's why I always focus on charts and the market structure, because the charts are telling you a story. When people talk about follow the money, they're not talking about Twitter posts, they're talking about the charts and market structure. So we just hit another TP on Q. We just hit a TP on US30, so we're multitasking. We just broke some shit down, and we just made some bread. So let me let the folks know we just hit TP on US30. So we're 3-0 for the week already. So that's a good start to the week. And again, we have news today. Look, we're making money before the news. So again, what does everybody on the internet tell you? Oh, there's news today, so don't trade at all. We're trading before the news, we're making money. We trade after the news, we make money again. A lot of people online don't know what the fuck they're talking about. There's setups there, take the setup, right? I do not watch any news events. I don't look at any news reports. All my decisions, all my trades are simply based on market structure. So we just hit TP3 on GU. We let the members know TP3 hit. Cool. Very simple setup right here. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. So again, y'all backtest. And if y'all do not have your copy of the playbook, get y'all's copy of the playbook, ladies and gentlemen. All right, again, the holiday sale is going on. Use discount code HOLIDAYS for 33% off. The advanced play signal that's including one-on-one sessions, including the yearly, monthly, and lifetime advanced play signal rooms, as well as you use discount code PLAYBOOK, you get 40% off Playmaker University. And again, you watch the last 3.5 minutes in my YouTube videos to go over all the details. But also, if you click that link, it's comes with that as well. Again, Playmaker University, you get all my books. That's the price action, technical analysis playbook. That's the trading mindset and trading plan playbook, as well as you get my full strategy in video format, as well as the analysis, access to the student member lives, and access to the student member group chat. And of course, I teach you how to mark up price levels and to trade exactly how I trade. Again, 40% off if you use discount code PLAYBOOK. Syndrome, like y'all see, we just I call signals out. I give you updates. I drop the daily New York price watch list. I give you updates throughout the day when charts are going as projected, when charts are playing out. You get access to the student group chat, and you can be able to access to all the past New York news live, as well as we're going to be going live today during the 8:30 news. And when you do one-on-one sessions, you also get access to the student member group chat and the signals, so you can learn while you learn. And you get one session a week. Each session is 1 hour long, reported to USDT the same day. Those reported are yours to keep for life. 1 hour. Yes, your 4 sessions a month. It's not 20-minute sessions, not 30-minute sessions, a 4 hour per session. So again, the sale, don't ask me how long the sale is going to last. Just take advantage of the sale because it won't last long. Y'all know I don't do a lot of sales. But I'm not give back a little bit and do a little sale. So we just hit another TP on US30. So we're 2-0 for today. And again, we took a trade before news. Nothing's happening to us. Scary going on. Again, once you understand how the charts work, trading becomes very, very, very simple. All right, y'all. So nobody should close these trades red though, because we hit multiple TPs right here. New 15 by the pop up as well. But let me let the members know next. Just hit TP1. We almost hit TP2. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well, y'all. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram, TikTok _PlaymakerWay _. We're going to do this next 15. So I want to look to see if we return this resistance level and support. We have failed to do so each time we've touched or broken. We need to hold 3,400 as support for this uptrend to continue. We got price retesting. So again, if y'all didn't get wicked out, just hold the SLRTP gets hit. But like I said, nobody should close either of these trades red because we've hit multiple TPs on both. So again, if y'all didn't get wicked out, just always hold the SLRTP gets hit. That's the only two options you have, right? It's very simple. You either hold the SL or the final TP gets hit, or you trail your stop loss, secure profits, take partials, whatever the case may be. But again, it's very simple. But there's also how you go with the flow of price. That way you don't have to, freak out too much about that shit. But again, it's very simple. Just hold the SLRTP gets hit, or trail your stop loss to secure profits. What's going on, Hercules? I had a question. If you were to see three good setups at once, would you enter all three trades, or is there a tiering system that you use for choosing between good? That's a good question right there. That's an excellent question. It's an excellent question. So that's a good question because as you see, I'm looking at four charts right now, but I only took two setups. I took a future indices setup and I took one forex setup, right? So why didn't I take every trade or every setup? Whoops, I forgot I zoomed down. Right. But if we go back to where we're currently at, right? So you have to do a process of elimination, right? So again, trading is about going for high probability, high quality setups, right? So you hear people talk about A plus setups all the time, but then people don't take A plus setups, right? So if there's an A plus setup, there's also got to be a B setup, a C plus setup, a D minus setup, right? So what I do is, if there's multiple setups I see, I'm going to then narrow down which one has the cleanest market structure in the bigger time frames, right? So let's say we have two charts. We have one chart looking like this. We have one chart looking like this, and then we have, you know what I'm saying, one chart looking like this, right? I'm going to narrow down to see which one has the cleanest market structure, what makes the most sense to go for, because you don't want to take every single trade, right? So that's what I do. I do a process of elimination, just like right now, GJ and GU, right? I decided to take a GU setup because the market structure is a lot cleaner than GJ, right? Just like if y'all was in the live stream on Friday, right? So we go to the advanced play center room. Remember Friday and last week, well, 2 weeks ago, we was trading straight up NAS100 for the past couple of weeks. But then last week on Friday, and that's just like this week, right? We're not looking at NAS100, we're looking at US30. The reason why I switched from NAS100 to US30 was due to the market structure. You know what I'm saying? Market structure is king. You always want to go for buys in the uptrend, sells in the downtrend, but you also want to take trades where there's clean market structure. That's why in all my trade breakdowns was the first thing I always talk about. The first thing I always talk about is identify the trend, not just identify the trend, but understand what the market structure and the market conditions are. You get what I mean? So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. right? So that's how I do that. So that's why I do that. So good question. So no, you don't want to take every trade because again, you don't want to over trade. Over trading is a thing, and even if all the trades play out correctly, not every time is all the trades going to play out correctly. The last thing you want to do is take two or three setups, and then one trade that was the clean setup end up hitting all TPs, but then the other trade hits your stop loss. You see what I mean? So you have to understand that you're going to miss setups. So that's what was one of my mistakes when I first started. Like I used to have an issue with missing candlesticks, missing setups. I used to always want to catch every candlestick, every pip. I used to be on the charts all day, 24/7. That's when I realized that Tokyo session isn't bad, like the internet tells you. They can actually trade any session because I literally did any session, right? Again, I did not just pop out the womb profitable. We've been doing this shit since 2022, y'all. I keep on telling you, we've been doing this for a very, very, very long time. Yes, the numbers are small and low, but that's because if you look at the content, I'm not making clickbaity content and I'm not trying to market based on bullshit. All my videos are education and teaching. And just like any platform in any space, if it's just teaching and education, those are going to get low views and less views than the motivational videos, the lifestyle videos, the flashy videos. So that's why, again, the views are low, the subscribers are low. But again, we've been doing this shit for a very long time, averaging high 80, high 90% win rates on a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis. And it's not by taking every single trade. It's just like with the London session lives, right? I'm looking at multiple charts. I'm giving my analysis on multiple charts, but not every chart plays out. So why is our win rate so high? Why do the charts do end up taking trades? It's because again we wait for the confirmations on top of we're going for buy sugar or sell sugar downtrend. You see what I mean? So less is definitely more. Less is definitely more, right? And that's why I tell the members all the time. When you're asleep, you're missing setups. When you're in the trade, you're missing setups. When you're done for the day, you're missing setups. So you have to get over that point of I don't want to miss setups. You just have to understand that losses are part of the game, wins are part of the game. You know what I mean? Even if you say you're looking at three charts and the chart you decide to take a trade on did not play out, but other charts did play out, don't take it as damn. So next time I'm gonna take every trade. No, just understand that's just part of the game. You know what I mean? Losses are a part of the game, wins are a part of the game. You just have to understand they get used to that. But again, the goal is to make sure you win more than you lose, make sure your winners are bigger than your losses, right? Like last week was literally one of our worst weeks of the year, but we still ended the week in profit, right? And our winners were way bigger than our losers, right? So even though we had a rough week last week, we still ended the week in profit, one more than we lost. But also the winners were bigger than the losers, right? 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 7. This 1 to 3 RR alone canceled out those three losses, right? This 1 to 4 RR alone canceled out those three losses. That gold buy we took on Friday, we broke this down in Friday's live stream too, by the way. This trade alone canceled out all three of those losses. So yes, we lost three trades last week, but our winners were drastically bigger than our losses. So we're still up from last week. On top of we had that cushion of having an 8-0 win streak the week prior to last week, and then a 7-0 win streak to end November. So even with those losses last week, we still had a cushion of a 2-week win streak. And also, if we look at a longer term basis, last month we ended 27-3, 90% win rate, right? And then the month prior, we went 30-4. So I was talking to a student about this in the one-on-one sessions yesterday. So this is why it's important to take a step back and look at the big picture. We only lost 3 trades this month, right? And those 3 trades we took a loss on just happened to happen all last week, right? But again, if we look on a monthly, weekly, and if we look at a monthly and quarterly basis, last month we took 3 losses. So are we behind from last month? No, right? Because again, we were 7-0, 8-0, and 5-3 last week. So we're still right where we was at last month win rate wise, right? We look at October, same thing. We took 4 losses October, 30 wins. So again, we took 3 losses last week, but we didn't take any losses the week before and the week before that. So again, we're still up for the month, we're still up for the quarter, and most importantly, we're still up to the week due to risk management and risk reward. You see what I mean? We literally average 3 to 4 losses on a monthly basis, as you can see. So we're still right on schedule. You see what I mean? Like we literally average 2 to 4 losses on a monthly basis, as you can see. So this is why it's important to again look at the big picture, take a step back, and think long term. Obviously, we got to take it on a day by day basis, but you should be thinking week by week, month by month, quarter by quarter. Let's see what else we got going on. Okay, thanks for the explanation, bro. No problem. Good question, though. Y'all got some good questions today. Again, y'all got any questions up in the chat? We'll put the charts up in the chat. Those are just on the live. We're 2-0 so far. We're 3-0 this week. We're 2-0 today. We took this GU setup off the London Session Open. And we took this US30 setup during the live stream. We're in profit on both of these setups. We got 4:30 GBP news about to pop. Oops, that's the wrong thing. We got 4:30 GBP news about to pop off. And then later on today, we have 8:30 USD news, 9:45 USD news. We're going to be going live at 8:30 with the members and students. Next TP just got hit on US30. We're just chilling right now, yo. We're just chilling and profit on both of these setups. Again, we do got 4:30 GBP news about to pop out about 40 minutes. But yeah, we're just chilling again. Nobody should close these trades red. If y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at your charts, drop them in the chat. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer. We'll see if we can take this high out right here. All right, another TP hit on GU, y'all. Let me let the members know. So again, we need to maintain 3,400 as support for price to continue pushing up to 3,415. Let me let the folks know we just hit the next TP though. Again, we got news today. Did the scary news fuck us up? No. So again, you either trade before news or trade after news. It's very simple. So you're saying we should act before the news comes? If you don't know what the fuck you're doing, definitely, right? Because again, that's the thin line between trading and gambling. People always say trading is gambling. I say trading is not gambling. You're just gambling. Trading is not risky. You're just being risky. So if you're in profit and you do not know what the markers are doing or what they're going to potentially do, but you decide to still hold, you're not making a logical move. You're not doing calculated risk and you're not making a smart investment. At that point, you're just rolling the dice, which then turns it into gambling. Like I always say, if you do not know what the fuck you're doing or you're not comfortable with trading news, don't trade news, right? Because again, when the news pops off, it's either going to give us volume to break and continue these higher highs, or it's going to reject, come back to our entry, hit our SL, then flip back, or cause a reversal. You don't know exactly what it's going to do until it does it, but you can also kind of pick up what price is going to most likely do the more you're on the chart. So again, we're in profit on both of these trades. So when the news pops off, it's either going to reject or it's going to keep on pushing in our favor. So what I'd recommend is either close or move your SL in profit, right? That's the best thing to do. Like I always say, do not let winners turn to losers. The last thing you want to do is let a winner turn to a loser. Like, for example, this GU setup, we're almost at a 1-2. That's good bread, right? So if I close right now, that's good bread. You know what I'm saying? US30, I think we're almost at a 1-1. Yeah, so we're at a 1-1. So this is good bread, right? So again, if you do not feel comfortable holding during news, do not. Just either move SL on profit or close the trade. It's very simple. It's very simple. Like I got my SLs on profit on both of these, right? So I'm not, so no matter what price does, I'm winning off these setups. That thing's still pushing right here. All right, y'all. Good start to the week. We went 1-0 yesterday. We're 2-0 today. Again, we got GBP news about to pop off in 20 minutes. So again, either close or hold at your own risk, hold your own disclosure. We already talked about what we're looking for with gold. We're going to be looking for buys. As long as we do not break past 42.80, we're going to be looking for buys. I want to see price break back above 42.92, especially 43.04, to see that uptrend continue. Excuse me. We do got news today at 8:30 and 9:45. Going to be going live with the members from the 8:30 news. US30, we're obviously in US30. And then GJ, we can look for buys. We can break above and maintain 207.60 support. You can look for buys going up to 207.95 and possibly up to 208.30. Shout out to everybody in the live, y'all. Shout out to everybody who's been alive since the beginning. Shout out to everybody who's been alive since y'all joined. Again, make sure to take advantage of the end of summer, not the end of summer, end of the year sale. Use discount code holidays for 33% off everything. All right, 33% off advanced play swimming room, yearly, monthly, lifetime, 33% off one-on-one sessions, and then use discount code playbook for 40% off Playmaker University. All right. Like always, you can contact me directly. You can DM me on Instagram, Telegram, or TikTok. I respond to all messages. We will be live later on today on TikTok as well. So make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. That's on the bottom of your screens. Instagram, Playmaker_way, TikTok _Playmaker_way_. And yeah, y'all. Just gonna let these charts do the rest of their thing. Again, we can get off on both of these. Nobody should close these trades dead. And yeah, man, another great day. So now I don't really got to even worry about New York sessions because those right now will be done. Good for the rest of the day. All right, y'all. Peace.